Welcome to AFC TV. Today we bring you the team chat, and we have none other than the captain himself, Robinson Kamura. Your host, Victor Milimu. Thank you all, fans. We know we've missed going to the stadium. We've missed having fun. Captain, welcome to this chat today.
Thank you, my friend.
I know it's been a while since we've met. You know, it's since the last match we played in Nakuru. That's the last time we were together, and that Betway Cup win. So it's been quite some time. What have you been up to during this period?
I think it's a good moment for us soccer players to just sit down and think about our future because it's just the same moment as it could be when you are retired. So I think those who do studies, they are at a better position to see what they can do, and those who are into business, they can explore more and not just only playing soccer. Yeah, it's a good time to reflect too, not just being a pandemic moment and you just sit down home and just eat, drink, and sleep only because you are not playing soccer. So it's a good moment for us soccer players to brainstorm. Yeah.
One thing that fans are wondering is how is our team keeping fit? Can you maybe take us through your day during this period, just how you're managing to your fitness regime when you wake up or during the day?
I think early weeks when the president announced that there will be the lockdown and the curfew and things will not go on as normal, our fitness coach sent some training program that we follow. It's not mandatory to follow, but you can borrow something from what is sent in the group, and you can do that. You can follow that, and it's hard. We don't have those facilities that you see around the world. Big teams that have. We are not there yet, but we try our best. We are doing what we can with what we have. So each player is advised by our doctor and our coaches to just try and keep fit. Even if when we resume, we'll start. It will be like not like a pre-season. We'll start with a pre-season, so it will be. They will not check who is fit, who is not. So it's up to one. It's up to the players to just maintain their fitness a little bit, even if I know it's been hard for over 2 months to train every day. I cannot lie to you. No one trains every day. No one trained every day those over 2 months. I can tell you, but we've been trying at least maybe thrice a week or 4 days a week. I think it's good. Yeah.
So, Captain, how many press ups are you doing averagely in a day during your training?
I don't do press ups, but I have a gym near me, and I bought some dumbbells that I use in my house, and it keeps me going and it keeps me fit. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Captain, you know, it's in such periods when the team takes a reflection. We were on a upward trajectory. Just maybe your own analysis of the season, right from the first game, you were out injured up to the last game which we played, which was the derby. Just your thoughts on each match or whichever matches which you want to pick.
I can say if you look at our season, we started with financial issues. When we were starting the season, our main sponsor pulled out due to some issues with the government. But it didn't make us not perform well in the league this season, up to where it stopped due to the coronavirus. I can say it's been a collective thing. Even if some players left, it was not a bad move or a good move, but it was due to maybe some pressures individually, or maybe I can say like the foreigners. It's hard to survive when you are not earning something, you're not getting something in a foreign land. So you put all these things together and you understand. So, but you can see we remained a good number of Kenyan players, and the only foreign player who remained was Ochan. And you can see the big part he played, because the goalkeeping department is very crucial, and we have three good goalkeepers, Ochan, Owade, and Maxwell. They are very good goalkeepers. Everyone is learning from the other one, and they have a good bond. And moving forward to the rest of the squad, I can say the togetherness and the team spirit during the hard times, especially financially, it made us think about our lives and our future. It was a good moment to make names as players, because I can say it was not easy coming to training. Some players, they don't know where to sleep. They sleep in their friends' home. They share houses, and some players don't eat well. It's hard to get food, but due to the support of our fans and our officials and great friends of FC Leopards, we managed to push through the season, and you can see the results that we got. And I can say it was due to that togetherness and wanting good for the team. Yeah.
Captain, I'll pick one event. I just want us to go back
Uh,
slightly, because maybe for this season, a lot of things have gone slightly right on the field, rather than
uh-huh.
off the field. Because we've been with you during training ground, the attitude, the momentum, and you can see that drive that has been there with players. Now we go back to last season, when we really had some rough patches in our performance. And at one stage, you are the one with the most goals. Just take us through that moment when you were in charge, the team is not performing, and the pressure that was on you.
I can say it was a tough moment for me as a footballer, or for us as FC Leopards. But as a captain of the team, or as Robinson Kamura, I've never been in that position. Being in the last position, even if it was for a week, FC Leopard doesn't deserve that, and it doesn't deserve a position like that one. So I can say it was a tough moment for us all, and I don't think we have players who have been in that situation, losing 6 straight matches. Even when I was playing school games and under 16 games at Maisa level, under 12, I've never lost 6 consecutive games. So it was a tricky situation, because you are playing for a big team. They need you to deliver, and things are not coming our way. And I think it was just a moment that I could say was to happen for us to learn something. And I think it opened our mind as a team and as fans, and everybody who loves FC Leopards. I can say you tried your best as fans to give us the support, but it reached a moment that we players needed to step up. And I remember the game that we started rising with was against Sony Sugar in Bukungu, and we were playing against Sony Sugar, I think, and we won 1-0. And then things started flowing, and we started rising in the ranking, and we finished the league at a respectable position due to the hard work and players sitting down and talking to each other. And I remember we had so many meetings, even with the legends, people I've never seen. They came to even to pray for us, and it was a tricky moment in my lifetime playing football. Yeah.
I'm saying that
Uh,
season,
uh,
last season, at some point we went to Machakos,
yeah.
and then the results were not coming.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, do you think these stadiums play a big role? Like, you find there are some stadiums where our results don't really come in. In your opinion, which is the best stadium which you are always comfortable playing in among all these that you play in?
I can say as a player, the best stadium should be your training stadium. That's where you try all that you can, because in the game it's like an exam. You don't go to try things in the game, but during training you can try whatever you like and try any formation, try tactics, trying everything. So we as players don't just want good pitches, but we also do the good things in training and try and implement them in the game. So I can say we play at the same stadium with the opponents, but we try our best to play the best game and get the best results, which is the 3 points in that game, which every team goes to hunt. And I think we would all love to have good stadiums. And if it comes to happen one day, it will be a good thing for every team in the Premier League, not only FC Leopards. Yeah.
One thing that the reason why I raised that is between we have several pitches, like we have Mumias, we have
Uh-huh.
Buhungu, we have
Uh-huh.
Kasarani, we have Nyayo Stadium, and then we have Machakos. Of
Uh-huh.
those four stadiums, which one has the most exciting atmosphere, and which one gives you more confidence? And you like feel we are at home and we're going to beat these guys right from the entrance.
You said Machakos?
With Machakos, Kasarani,
Uh-huh.
Nyayo Stadium, we've played games in Afra, but also we have Buhung and Mumias. I would like you to choose one of all those.
For me, I'll say Nyayo Stadium.
Okay. So Nyayo is for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a question here which I've just
Uh-huh.
received from the media team. They want me to ask
Uh-huh.
you, who is the fastest player in FC Leopards?
The fastest player. For me, I will say, that's a tricky situation. Between Jafari Owiti, and Rupia. Rupia is also fast.
So who would win between the two? 100-meter dash.
I'll give Jafari.
You give.
Jafari, speedy winger.
So Jafari takes this one. Okay, fine. Let's go to we've this match which we played in Kitale. How
Uh-huh.
was the atmosphere in Kitale? Because it's the first time FC Leopards has played in Kitale in a long time. Can you just speak to us how the atmosphere was there and how the match went?
I will say it was a great atmosphere for us players. I think even for our opponents, and I will say I didn't expect so many fans like how they turned out, and I will say I think we had two young players playing in our squad. Somobwana was his debut in that game, and I think it gave Somobwana. It was a morale booster for Omar, and I'll say even for us, it's not easy to go a place like Kitale. Even Mumias doesn't pack up like that, like how Kitale was packed. And I'll say it was a good atmosphere for us to play soccer, though it was a hard game for us because our opponents were really trying to win that game, and they did everything they could. That's why it was a small margin win, a 1-0 victory for us. And I would say the fans pushed our opponents so much, and it was hard for us. But it was a good thing to see FC Leopards bringing so many fans in its area. I'll say Kitale, we have a very good fan base too in Kitale. So it was a good thing to see playing there, yeah, in Kitale.
I have a question here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm being asked,
Uh-huh.
who showboats the most in training? Who has the most showboating on the training?
Uh-huh. Showboating training.
Yes. Yep. Mambwembe. I mean, I know there's one midfielder you don't want to mention because people want to be expecting him. Do you think
the,
Tsuma does a lot of showboating? And like when he's on the pitch, in training, he's so much Kanzus, Chengas, but on the
uh,
pitch, the tough
no,
guy.
Suma is always a tough guy because of his position. Yeah.
Uh,
But I would say,
so,
uh-huh.
Oburu,
Yeah, Uburu is one of them.
hmm
And there is another player. There is another player.
just say the keeper likes doing this. I know you don't want to get on the bad
Who,
end of him.
who
Ochan.
Chan? I know,
Yes,
I'll say Uburu.
Oburu. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Now I've another question.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's asking, who cracks the most jokes in the team?
Senaji.
So
Senaji.
Seraji is the
Sena,
funniest. Eh?
yeah, Senaji is the funniest player in our team.
Okay, who is the most serious on that team?
Uh, I'll say, the one, I think he's not serious, but he pretends to be serious. Is Oruchum.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
team is the most serious. Captain, now,
Yeah.
questions aside, guys, you're watching FCTV. We are live with Captain Robinson Kamura. We just on the team chat to check out on how players are. I'm Victor Milimu. And you can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We are live on all these platforms. And support us, subscribe, and like the page. Now, let's go back to 2017. We won the Go TV Shield.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was in quite some fashion. Can you just maybe relive for us that journey? Because winning titles, you once told FCTV some time back, and you said winning trophies and matches, but lifting cups makes you excited. Just a journey for us through that contest.
Yeah, I would say FC Leopards is a team that when you are playing for another team and you wish to join FC Leopards, first thing in mind, even when you're signing contract, when you're having negotiations, you there's something that you have to come to the team and win something, not just sign for FC Leopards and you leave the team where it was. You have to put it somewhere where you didn't find it, at a good place or a better place than where you find it. In that year was my best year in FC Leopards because when Stuart Hall was signing us, he had a good idea, he had a good vision for the team. I would say it was the best gift we could give to Stuart Hall because he was not with us. We won the cup with Matano, but I think it was a good thing because it happened at the right moment. We couldn't win the league. We were far much behind, and I think the winning the trophy even gave our fans morale, and the vision we had, they maintained the spirit, and I think it was good for us players because you can negotiate another deal with your club because you're giving good performances. And without that, it's not easy to remain in FC Leopards. It's been tough though the last 3 years. I can say the last 2 years since we won the trophy, the only trophy that I've won in FC Leopards, and it's sad because we have everything, and I think we should step up, and before our generation moves out from FC Leopards, I think we should leave some trophies behind, yeah, and we are working on that.
Okay, there's some questions that are coming through. I'll read them. but I have one for you. We
Uh-huh.
had the glorious team of the 1980s. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
read you some names. I know you're aware of these names, and you'll tell me who you will prefer to. Three players you'll prefer to start with you. So we have Abbas Mahmoud, we have
Uh-huh.
Lichungu, we have
Uh-huh.
Murila, I have
Uh-huh.
Weche, I have Patrick Shim, I have Mulamba, I have Masiga, and then in the 90s, I also have Francis Odor. I'll repeat the list again.
Those are
Abbas,
defenders.
all these guys now we have mixed defenders and strikers.
Ah,
So I want you to
okay,
choose three
okay.
who you can slot in the current team and quickly. So we have Abbas Mahmoud, we have Lichungu Peter, we have Murila, controller, we have Mickey Weche, we have
Uh-huh.
Patrick Shim, we have Wilberforce Maradona Mulamba, we have Francis Kila Odwar, and then we have JJ Masiga. Choose three.
You are setting me up with the legends, my friend.
No, I'm not setting up. It's a case of all them will be available, but you need three to start with you on the team.
I'll say our main man, Abbas, Kenya one.
Abbas, Kenya one.
Jaha. And defense, I'll go with Weche. Weche.
Okay.
Yeah, Weche Maviatu.
Uh,
or ni Weche Mangware.
yes, a
uh,
very hard guy. Mhm.
uh-huh.
You have one more,
And Maradona mwenyewe.
and then you have Mulamba himself. By the way,
Yeah.
Captain, just to give
Uh-huh.
you a hint, Wilberforce
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
has the most goals in FC Leopards history. He has
Uh-huh.
135 goals.
130.
135 goals. He's
That's a
at the
good
top of
number.
that. Yeah. So, we would like the team to go there. Now, let's talk about the national team. It's been a
Uh-huh.
while since you were there. Which is your most memorable times with the national team?
I will say 2016 and 2017. It was a
Mhm.
good moment for me. Every time there was a national team assignment, I will always be called, and I think it was due to the good performances I had in Madare, and later on at FC Leopards. And I think I learned a lot, and I used to train with good defenders. And I would say national team. It's I would say it's where when you are fit and you are on form, and when you are working hard in the league, it's a place you can always be called. As you can see, we have so many young players playing for Harambee Stars now, and they are good examples for the rest of us. And they make us work hard. Yeah, so I would say 2017 and 2016 December and November was my best moments in national team, because even 2017 I played my first game for national team against Uganda,
Mhm.
and I when I watched the game again, I saw that Ochan was on the post. Even I sent him the game.
Mhm.
We didn't know each other at the time, and it was that was my best moment, playing my first game for Harambee Stars, a friendly against Uganda in Machakos. So that's when I enjoyed my time. I would have wished for more, but I think with hard work and determination, there is always room for playing for your national team. Yeah.
Now we have lots of young players who are now coming through because seemingly when you are signed you are slightly young. You're now growing in the
Mm.
team. So we seem to now
Mm.
we're getting a new slot of younger players. Uh,
Yeah.
how are you handling this as a captain just to make them feel part of the team and not be attacked by the stage fright?
Uh, I'll say first of all at FC Leopards, it's a big team. It comes with pressure when you sign for the team, and we as senior players, not only the captain, we have to guide the young boys coming from school and from lower leagues, and I think we need them as they need us, and the team needs us all to be as one. And I think when you are playing, there is no age factor when you are playing at a market level, and there is age factor. But when you are playing, there is no other. You can say this guy is young, he can't pass. This guy is old, he can't run. So you have to do what you have to do in the pitch. So I think we talk to them, and those who listen, they get to understand and they get to implement everything that they are being told by the coaches, and everything that they learn every day in the training. And I think it has come to be a good thing to the young players. You can see they are being introduced by our coach slowly by slowly, game by game, and they are getting used to it. And it's a good thing for them and for the team, because the teams need the players for the future. Yeah.
I have another question here.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Someone asks, you are the match is about to end, and you're given
Uh-huh.
one chance to score currently, and you're
Uh-huh.
out. What would you go for? Would you be ready to take that last minute penalty, or would you prefer an
Uh-huh.
indirect free kick, a direct free kick rather, because you score both?
At my professional level, I've only lost one penalty. I'll say a penalty.
You would prefer the penalty to the free kick.
Yeah,
Now,
I've only lost one penalty for all I've taken. Yeah.
so Captain,
Yeah.
CAF competitions are very exciting, huh? And every team wishes to go to CAF. We had this stint where
Uh-huh.
we played in CAF in 2018, where we went to
Uh-huh.
Madagascar a bit. How did you find Madagascar? How do such countries compare to us in terms of facilities? And what can we do maybe going forward as players, especially and as fans?
I would say it's a good thing to represent the team in the confederation or the CAF stage. I would say it it's like playing for national team, because now you are representing your country, and I would say every player should dream of playing in that tournament, because it markets you, and it builds you as a player, and you get higher chances of playing for the national team. And for us, it was not only a tour in Madagascar, and I'll say we are very much far ahead than Madagascar. Their facilities, you can't compare them with Kenya, but Fossa Junior was a good team. Every fan who was in Bukungu can attest to that, and we really tried our best. We should have won our home game to make work easier away, but unfortunately we got a draw here and a draw away, a nil-nil draw, and it kicked us out of the tournament. But it was a good moment for us as FC Leopards to represent the country in the Confederation Cup tournament. It's a good feeling. It makes you work more harder to get better things like that for the team and in the future. Yeah.
Okay, great, Captain. It's always nice chatting to you. Um,
Uh-huh.
just one question, eh? Just
Uh-huh.
on a light note,
Uh-huh.
when when do you think Vincent Oburu would beat you 1-on-1 5 times in a match?
I'll say because that is the best skill he has, beating players one on one. You can see the games he's played and how he scores goals is by taking on opponents. So I'll say out of 5, maybe I'll give him 3 and I'll defend him twice. Yeah.
Okay, great, Captain. It's been nice chatting
Yeah.
with you. I
Uh-huh.
wish you a safe time. For all the fans and the viewers, please join us again next time. We have more to chat with our players. We'll let you know on who is next. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in to FCTV. Follow our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also YouTube. Subscribe and like our pages. Thank you very much and take care.
I thank you for your time. Stay safe and avoid crowded places so that we can see you again safe.
Great.